The most important thing is to enjoy your life, to be happy. It's all that matters. Success is how high you bounce when you hit bottom. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Life is what we make it, always has been, always will be. The true test of a man's character is what he does when no one is watching. Real change, enduring change, happens one step at a time. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Freedom is secured not by the fulfilling of men's desires, but by the removal of desire. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan, and what they have planned for you is not much. Lead from the back and let others believe they are in front. It is during the worst times of your life that you will get to see the true colors of the people who say they care for you. Stress is temporary, but the lessons you learn from it can last a lifetime. Better days are coming. You won't always wake up in the morning with a heavy heart. It is good to be generous, benign, and magnanimous, but there's a limit or you'll be taken for granted. People inspire you or they drain you. Pick them wisely. The more people who believe something, the more likely it is to be wrong. Stop overestimating others and underestimating yourself. The calmer you are, the clearer you think. Give without expecting anything in return. No job is beneath one's dignity. Just because things could have been different doesn't mean they'd be better. If you want to get rich, think of saving as earning. Laughter is the best medicine for the soul. You must live in the present, launch yourself on every wave, and find your eternity in each moment. Your heart will tell you where to go. Your head will guide you there safely. Use one without the other, and you'll get lost. Do not bask in the presence of strangers with your wife, and do not quarrel. The first is a sign of stupidity. The second is a sign of rage. Love is not enough to make a happy, lasting relationship. Some disconnections will bless your life. It is okay that you have made mistakes. Life didn't come with instructions. Who dares nothing needs hope for nothing. Above all things, never be afraid. The enemy who forces you to retreat is himself afraid of you, at that very moment. Growing up is losing some illusions in order to acquire others. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Everybody wants to be somebody, but nobody wants to grow. You must let the pain visit. I'm an old man, and I have known a great many troubles, but most of them never happened. The more folks stand in the way of two hearts that yearn for each other, the hotter the flame of love waxes. A goal is a dream with a deadline. To dare to lose one's footing momentarily. Not to dare is to lose oneself. We take greater pains to persuade others that we are happy than in endeavoring to think so ourselves. Limitations live only in our minds, but if we use our imaginations, our possibilities become limitless. Don't spend your life dreaming about what could have been in another place or under different circumstances. Instead, invest your energy in what is right in front of you. Life is a dream for the wise, a game for the fool, a comedy for the rich, a tragedy for the poor. Lessons persist until learned. Your only limit is your mind. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. What we achieve inwardly will change outer reality. We either make ourselves miserable or we make ourselves strong. The amount of work is the same. Love is a risk worth taking. The more you are interested in others, the more interesting they find you to be. If you dare nothing, then when the day is over, nothing is all you will have gained. Every encounter has a purpose. Experience, don't expect. Experience life. Do not carry expectations on how it should be. Maybe the path that scares you the most is the one you need to take. It's never too late to be what you might have been. Time always exposes what you truly mean to someone. Hope is not a strategy. You'll have bad times, but it'll always wake you up to the good stuff you weren't paying attention to. Intellect is invisible to the man who has none. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. There is never any need to get worked up or to trouble your soul about things you can't control. These things are not asking to be judged by you. Leave them alone. Don't rely on others to tell you how to be happy or what makes a good life. It's up to you to follow your heart and find happiness from there. You can win a lot in life just by being the last one to give up. person must be old enough to recognize their mistakes, smart enough to benefit from them, and strong enough to correct them. Strive to be the man you want your daughter to marry. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. Learn from your past. It's not a mistake. Women do not need to explain anything. You always have to act with them. What you yourself will do for your parents, expect the same from your children. People will often take advantage of your kindness if you let them. Don't show your weaknesses. People will enjoy the show. Don't be weak in front of them. You will meet people who you just can't get along with no matter how correct you come. The life we receive is not short, but we make it so. We are not ill-provided, but use what we have wastefully. When you drink, you're borrowing happiness from tomorrow. If you care about what you do and work hard at it, there isn't anything you can't do if you want to. In a loved one, either correct the vices or endure them. Never tell the truth to people who are not worthy of it. Having been poor is no shame, but being ashamed of it is. Of all the thieves, idiots are the most harmful. They steal our time and mood from us. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Discipline yourself to save money. It's essential to success. It was a melancholy secret that reality can arouse desires, but never satisfy them. There is nothing softer and more flexible than water, but try to resist it. Take care of your body. Remember, health is another form of wealth. Many people take no care of their money until they come near the end of it, and others do the same with their time. Just because a thought got your attention doesn't mean it deserves your attention. You are confined only by the walls you build yourself. Never deny yourself an experience just because it's unknown or uncomfortable. It may just be a defining and wonderful part of your life. Never awaken a woman's love with no intention of loving her. If you think you are too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. The trouble is you think you have time. You don't get paid for the hour. You get paid for the value you bring to the hour. We must be willing to let go of the life we planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. You spend all your health initially for wealth, and then you spend all your wealth for one day of good health. You can't change what happened, no matter if it was your fault or someone else messed it up. The right question is usually more important than the right answer. The task ahead of you is never greater than the strength within you. Your friends want you to do good, but not better than them. The rest don't care. When you stop chasing the wrong things, you give the right things a chance to catch you. Your value is not determined by someone else's inability to see your worth. If you want to achieve greatness, stop asking for permission. Life shall be built in doing and suffering and creating. Religion shall mean for us the feelings, acts, and experiences of individual men in their solitude. One should not pursue victory if the benefits are to be gained by means of loneliness and crime. A fool is known by his speech, and a wise man by silence. What comes easy won't last. What lasts won't come easy. Treat your parents as you would like your children to treat you. Do not take life so seriously. You will never get out of it alive. Sleeping in the lion's den doesn't make you a lion. It's possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not a weakness. That is life. The way you see people is the way you treat them, and the way you treat them is what they become. Learning to let go should be learned before learning to get. The only thing standing between you and your goal is the bullshit story you keep telling yourself as to why you can't achieve it. Every person alive hits a crossroads in life when you have to let go of the past and forge ahead into something new. The only sad thing would be clinging to the past once it's out of reach. Who without knowledge pretends to be knowledgeable, he is sick. Hoping and wishing don't make things change. Making different decisions and working hard does. You can't love somebody enough to make them love you back. Fear is not there to stop you. It's there to show you that you're interested and you care. We generate fears while we sit. We overcome them by action. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you. Save a little money every week or month. Nothing gives you happiness like a financial buffer. Without music, life would be a mistake. Happiness is nothing more than good health and a bad memory. If you're losing your soul and you know it, then you've still got a soul left to lose. Be there for others, but never leave yourself behind. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you've imagined. He who has health has hope, and he who has hope has everything. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Your time is your most precious asset. Don't waste it. Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. Never give up on what you really want to do. Never think twice about investments in yourself. They pay dividends for a long time. Without rain, nothing grows. Learn to embrace the storm in your life. Sometimes it takes a good fall to really know where you stand. You attract what you are. You want to attract better, become better. Nothing costs so much in life as illness and ignoring an illness. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. When thinking about life, remember this: no amount of guilt can change the past, and no amount of anxiety can change the future. Wasting time regretting, complaining, and crying will not bring you results. If you say you'll do something, do it. Your word is one of the most valuable things you can cultivate, and if your word ever loses that value, it will be hard to get it back. Never say never, because the days go by so fast and nothing stays the same. A miracle isn't winning the lotto. It's believing in yourself when you didn't before. It is not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. You don't have to win every argument. Agree to disagree. Don't spend time beating on a wall hoping to transform it into a door. Love is a journey, not just a destination. To be happy, we must not be too concerned with others. It is no longer good enough to cry peace. We must act peace, live peace, and live in peace. A bad phase of your life can start at any time. Being defeated is often a temporary condition. Giving up is what makes it permanent. Real loneliness is not necessarily limited to when you are alone. To be busy is man's only happiness. Let's not waste any energy fighting things that are outside our control. You will never understand the damage you did to someone until the same thing is done to you. Life is a series of building, testing, changing, and iterating. Love is a safe haven, a place of comfort and warmth. Not everybody wants to be your friend, and that's okay. No one is too busy. It's only a matter of priorities. Do not cling to any one person, not even your most beloved. We must bring our own light to the darkness. Whatever happens at all happens as it should. You will find this true if you watch narrowly. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation, there is sure to be failure. Thinking is the hardest work there is, which is probably the reason why so few engage in it. Let us sacrifice our today so that our children can have a better tomorrow. It is not the strength of the body that counts, but the strength of the spirit. You are enough just as you are. The most wasted of days is one without laughter. Admit when you're wrong. Shut up when you're right. Too much ale, and a man's heart is laid open for all to see. It's not the mistake that matters. It's how you interpret the lesson. If I am killed, I can die but once. But to live in constant dread of it is to die over and over again. Thanks for watching. To make sure you don't miss any future videos, please click the circular subscribe button in the middle of the screen. You can also check out more videos on the left or our playlists on the right. Don't forget to like and share to help us spread the word. Thanks you.